Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of November 3rd through the 9th, 2025. First card out for you is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. I am getting such a strong temptation from you guys to really just move quickly with something and just give it your all. And you know what? I'm probably the worst reader to go to when it comes to discouraging you from doing this, because I am so guilty of this myself. So I know technically as a reader, I should be like, Knight of Swords in reverse can be very reckless, very spontaneous, moving too quickly. But oh my God, me saying those words out loud just starkly contrasts who I am as a person. Because when I'm excited about something, I give it 100 and billion 10% of what I got, you know? And so you know what? I'm just gonna neutrally talk about this energy. Knight of Swords in reverse can show a deep excitement for an idea, a relationship, a passion that stirs something up within you, and you're wanting to go balls to the wall, full throttle with it, okay? Now, Knight of Swords in reverse as a card can suggest that sometimes when you go too hard, that it can be a little bit ungrounding. It can, you know, just the advice is to take time to build a strong foundation first before you really like go for it heavy, you know, build up a solid base, a solid trust, a solid routine, and gradually sort of build something up, the intensity of something up. Now, this could be talking about so many different things. This could be talking about a relationship. This could be talking about exercise. This can be talking about a goal. You know, it's like little by little and then all at once is probably the better way to go. And with the Knight of Swords in reverse, you're like, nah, all of it right now. But let's see. Oh my God, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse right next to that. Somebody is not a good influence when it comes to talking you out of this. I'm not either. All right, let's see. Let's keep going, Libra. 5 of Wands. Wow. Second row of cards, we have the World in reverse, the 2 of Swords in reverse, and then your final card out, 2 cards actually came out, Queen of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Swords in reverse. Wow. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. World in reverse is your only major arcana card. The major arcana is kind of like a guiding light for the rest of the reading because it shows the biggest spiritual theme that you're moving through right now. And with this coming out in reverse, you know, you just want to make sure that you have things squared away and settled in before you start like aggressively, spontaneously making a lot of big decisions. Like, for example, let's just say you really hate your job. You want to make sure that you get hired by another job and have a concrete day that you're starting lined up and everything before you quit your current job. You know, you don't want to go full throttle, just quit spontaneously and then try to find a new job. That's an example. You know, it's like you want to square things away before entering into a new chapter. If you're looking to date again, you know, make sure you like throw out all of your ex's things from your house and like fully purge them from your system, your energy, before you really like just dive into a new connection and haven't really done the emotional processing work with your old relationship to understand where you went wrong in that relationship, and instead just trying to jump into something new and repeating the same pattern. You know what I mean? It's like, take the time to settle an old chapter and you know, gradually work your way up to a new chapter here. Now, another interesting message is with two knights in reverse next to each other, especially with the 5 of Wands next to it, it's arguing, okay? Not seeing eye to eye with someone at all, not being on the same page at all. And yeah, very strong conflicting ideas about how to proceed forward with something, or just like different perspectives, and like lacking the ability to really see eye to eye. So that may need some work as well. And with the Two of Swords coming out in reverse here, this talks about protecting your peace and not making any moves forward. Basically what I'm trying to say is try to avoid all or nothing thinking. Find something in the middle, find some common ground. Same thing when you're communicating with people. It's like, find common ground. It's like, okay, it's not I'm completely right and you're completely wrong, or vice versa. We both have some truth and we both have some room for growth. So let's find that middle ground where we can both grow and expand our visions, our ideas together. You know what I mean? So try to avoid that all or nothing black and white thinking is what I would recommend. See these last two cards here, Two of Swords, Four of Swords in reverse, it talks about rest, recovery, sometimes even exhaustion, the need to pause and think things through. And this Four of Swords in reverse is tied to a Queen of Cups here that is in reverse. So somebody may be taking some time back or some time away from your connection. And this could be because they're just really needing some rest, or other areas of their life are really needing to have their attention. So for example, if you're in a relationship or you're dating, seeing somebody, and they're taking some space to figure out other things in their life, it's like, that's okay. You know what I mean? It's usually okay. It depends on the situation though. But with the Five of Wands, you may be feeling anxious and confused by that. If that's the case, literally just straightforward communication is the best way forward, and like trying to understand each other and where you're both coming from. There could be some sort of miscommunication argument here that needs to be settled. And I want to say, as your favorite life coach, it's really great. Communication is all about this. Like when you don't see eye to eye, genuinely try to understand where the person you're talking to is coming from, and also pay attention to whether or not they're doing the same thing for you. Like, does this person understand where I'm coming from? It's like, I get what you're saying and I get what you're saying. And that just really like eases any tension. And then it's like, okay, well, where do we go forward from here? And it's as simple as that, With the World in reverse, it may be time for you to sort of like give up some sort of drama, tension, argument. Just talk it through and find peace once again. I am wondering if the arguing or the not seeing eye to eye or not understanding where someone's coming from, I'm wondering if it's surrounding any themes of like the speed at which something moves forward, number one, and commitment, number two. Like, what's going on here? Are you committed to this project? Are you committed to this goal, this dream? How much time do you want to invest into this? How quickly is this going to move forward? Those questions may come into question this week. And it's like, if you haven't had these conversations, it may cause anxiety. So the overriding message is to just communicate openly. Open communication just makes life so much easier. Honest communication makes life so much easier. You don't need to make a villain out of anyone in your life, Just understand from their perspective and communicate yours. Simple as that, and find the middle ground. It is possible this week to find the middle ground, all right? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you've not already. And if you want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, the link to that is always down below, and it's on sale this week, so check it out. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.